What's up guys, it's Jiggy, and today I'm here to show you Premiere Pro's new update, which apparently allows you to create subtitles word by word. And this is super big because I love those single word subtitles so much that I created an entire application inside of Claude Code to do this. So to hear Adobe actually listens to its audience, see what people are using and implements it, that's something that I love to see. And today I'm going to show you inside of Premiere Pro how you can recreate those exact same single word subtitles. Let's get into it. So here I have some footage inside of the timeline. It's just me yapping about the several YouTube channels that I've made with my skill of video editing. I have a free guide for you to also turn your editing skills into YouTube channels that generate revenue on autopilot. It's free from my shop. Link will also be in the description. So the first thing I'm going to do when you first create subtitles, you're going to go over here to text. I'm going to put this in its own panel. I'm going to extend it. And then now we need to transcribe all of the footage that's on the timeline. So we're going to go ahead and transcribe. So this is just an example. So, we don't have much text for this example over here, but this will do. And then now we're going to go over here to captions. We're going to go ahead and create captions from transcript. And as you can see, actually, in the layout option, you now have an option for single word, and we're going to remove punctuation. So we're going to click single word, we're going to click punctuation, and we're going to create caption, and we're going to see what it comes up with.
In the last year, I have built 4 channels. 1 failed, 1 got demonetized overnight, 2 are still running, and the one that's actually working didn't work until I figured out one thing.
So as you can see, the subtitles are word by word. However, they're not exactly the word by word subtitles that I actually like. But the thing is that they're separated, so I'm pretty sure you can very easily create this so that it makes a nice sentence, but this is not exactly what I was expecting for Adobe. I definitely wanted like 4, 5, 6 words that are word by word left to right. So, I mean, my subtitle tool will be still useful for that if you want to go check it out, but this is not exactly what I expected, but it is a nice addition. So to make the subtitles that I actually like, we're going to have to do some editing. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to select all the subtitles. We're going to go to graphics and titles, and we're going to upgrade all the captions to graphics. So this will make it very easy to manipulate. So it seems like we're gonna have to do like something like this, where we're gonna have to put it on separate lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and put each thing on its own layer. I'm using Alt and arrow keys in order to go up and down in layers. So I'm gonna do this with all the subtitles. This is what we're gonna go with. So what we're gonna do here is now we're going to extend all of these, right? Because this is what we're gonna have to do. We're going to have to make our own sentences, which is not exactly what I want to do, but it'll have to do. Before you start even like setting the positions, you have to make sure that you have the right fonts and the right size. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add my font and my size. So here, the text. So let's go to the text. Here, we're going to go over here and we're going to put in the font that you want. I'll usually use DM Serif or DM Serif Italic. And I'm just going to disable all of these just to know what I'm doing. I don't even think I changed the right one, so let's try that again. DM Serif display, we're going to go ahead and make it like super big. I like mine like maybe like 160. What I usually do, I also add a little drop shadow. Gotta make sure it's black because sometimes Adobe be making the shadows gray for some reason. I don't know if you guys get that. And I usually like to make it with a lot of like softness like this. This is really good. All right, so now that we have finished setting up the specific style that we want, we're going to save it as a style so that we can just copy and paste that same font size and shadow onto the rest of the text. So we're going to go over here to the properties tab. We're going to scroll down and then we're going to go ahead and click the plus icon and create a style. I'm going to call it DM Serif style in all caps, and I'm going to save it to here. So now I can just select all of these, drag my style, and now all of the text will be the right style. Good.
In the last year,
all right, so now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to position each text where I want it to be. So in this sense, I'm going to make a sentence and I'm going to add one animation and I'm going to copy and paste the same animation over all the clips. And that would create those very nice 1-by-1 word subtitles that stay on the screen. So in the last year, so we're just going to say this in the, and to make this even easier, I'm going to go over here to settings and I'm going to click safe margin so I can see where the center is. So if it's 4 words, so we're going to start off with the last. So we're going to go here. I know it looks a little messy right now, but I promise you it's going to end up looking really good in the final product. So here, all right, here. Because this is not bad. It's not bad. Now you can kind of get a glimpse of what we're doing. Okay, now we're done with this. We can go on to the next subtitle.
I have built.
So we're going to start here and same thing. we're going to go ahead and we're going to extend all of these. And then we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. So channels for, hopefully this one fits because this one looks a little, this sentence is a little big. Like that. Oh, perfect. It actually fits just enough. So same thing here. We're going to just put this a bit more to the left. Built for channels. Okay, good. Let's move on. All right, so this looks pretty good to me. So now we're going to go ahead and do the fun part, which is add the animation. So in this tutorial, we'll also be adding sound effects from my organic sound effect pack. I literally created an entire sound effect pack for this type of style, and I feel like you're gonna love it. All right, so now that all the subtitles are ready, you know, as you can see, they're coming out one by one, it's time to add the animation. And this is a very delicate process. I've literally re-recorded this tutorial like 3-4 times just to give you the accurate process of how to animate this properly. So you cannot touch motion at all. If you touch the motion or the anchor point for this and then you paste it to the other subtitles, it's going to move all of your subtitles. I'll show you an example. It's going to move all of your subtitles to one place, which is not what you want. That's not what you want at all. To teach you a strategy to cheat. First of all these need to be put like down over here. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to add a transform effect to one of these words. So where's the transform effect? Right over legacy. Where is it? So there's a transform effect. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just drag and drop it onto one of the subtitles. So now we're going to make the animation on one subtitle, and then we're going to copy and paste it to all of the others. So now we're going to go over here. We're now going to click vector motion. We're going to go to transform. We're going to click position and opacity, and then we're going to go ahead like 6 or 7 frames or so, and then we're going to add another keyframe. We're going to go back to the first keyframe, and then we're going to put the subtitle a little bit lower than it should be. So now it's gonna look like this.
And the last,
okay, good. So now it's rising up, but we want it to make it a lot smoother. So we're going to right click the first keyframe, and we're gonna click ease out, and we're going to click the second keyframe and click ease in. And now we're going to go ahead and drag this paddle all the way to the left. And this is a favorite trick of mine. We're going to select both keyframes, and we're going to just move it like twice over. And then we're going to bring that keyframe back, and this will make the animation a lot smoother. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the opacity. We're going to click 0. We're going to click ease out, and we're going to click ease in, and now it's going to make like
last year.
It's pretty good, but I feel like the position for the caption could go even deeper down. So now we're going to click this over here. We're going to click position, and we're going to bring the keyframe back out, and then now we're just going to go to that first position, and we're going to make it a lot lower like this. Now we're just going to put it back. Good. Now let's check it out.
In the last year,
not bad, not bad. I like that. I'm going to stretch it out even more, maybe put a few more keyframes, see what it looks like now. So you can be even extra sometimes and even add a little camera blur like I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and find the effect camera blur. And this is one of the new effects in Adobe Premiere Pro 2026. So I'm going to go ahead and find the effect camera blur. I'm going to put a keyframe at the beginning, go to the second keyframe for position, put another keyframe there for camera blur. I'm just going to add just a little bit, like 4.
In the last year.
Okay, well, it went from 5 to 25. So now it went from not very blurred to very blurred. Let's see what it looks like now that I've corrected it.
In the last year, I have.
And it doesn't look very good actually, because now it doesn't look like it's coming from the bottom anymore. So I don't know, maybe if that's like a conflict, maybe we need to put it like below. Let's see. Yeah, so now we need to put the camera blur below the transform effect.
In the last.
That looks really good. I like that. And now we're going to go ahead and, all right, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to press copy, and then we're going to go ahead and go, and now we're going to go to the other subtitles. So by holding down shift, we can select multiple assets on the timeline. We're going to right click, we're going to click paste, and we're going to unselect motion and vector motion and just have the effects opacity. So we don't even need opacity, honestly. We just need camera blur and transform, because I believe transform has the opacity. And now all your subtitles should look really nice.
In the last year, I have built 4 channels. 1 failed, 1 got demonetized overnight, 2 are still running, and the one that's actually working didn't work until I figured out one thing.
We did it. All right, so now we can go ahead and add those sound effects that I was talking about. So I created an entire organic sound effect pack to match these type of subtitles. They sound really good, and I think you're really going to like them. I call it the Organic Sound Effect Starter Pack. Link will also be in the description. All of them are completely copyright free, so you'll never have to worry about a takedown notice from me or anyone else. This is completely royalty-free sounds. And as a thank you for watching this far into the video, you can use code Subtitle to get 25% off. All right, so now I have my sound effect pack inside of Premiere Pro, and I'm just going to go ahead and get some clicks and sound effects. I know adding sound effects can be a pretty boring process, so I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward this part for you guys. All right, so we're finally done with the sound effects, but before I show you the preview, I gotta give you one more piece of sauce, and you are going to love it, I promise you. The next thing that we're going to add, and this is the final piece of the puzzle, is that we're going to add a slight dark overlay to the videos along with a little bit of blur, and you're going to see just how nice it can make your video. Because in these type of talking head videos, the bottom of the screen is not really important, and so to make the subtitles stand out even more, I'm going to show you something extra in order for you to get those subtitles to really pop. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to select all your subtitles, you're going to hold down Alt, and then you're going to press the up arrow. I don't know what it is on Mac, but it has to be something similar. Maybe it's Command or something. And then what you're going to do is that you're going to add an adjustment layer over the raw footage below the subtitles, and then you're going to drag it over the course of when all the subtitles happen. So as you can see here, I'm going to show you, I'm going to remove these guidelines first. So I'm going to remove the safe margins. As you can see, now there's like a little bit of a blur and a vignette in order to have the subtitles pop out more. And on this adjustment layer, it's simply just a vignette with these settings, and that's it. You can even add like a camera blur, but this vignette, I'm telling you, Premiere Pro really snapped with 2026 with some of these new effects. You can adjust it as you want, so you can make the vignette as big or as wide or as tall as you want. You can add roundness, feathering. I just have these simple settings here. You can even add a little bit of chromatic aberration, which I like. And this will just allow, like I said, for the subtitles to pop more and for you to nail this effect even more. I'm also going to take this a step further, and I'm going to add my color grading to this footage. So now I'm looking like a little orange, which is okay. I like myself a little bit orange, but it just makes the background pop so much more. So now I'm going to show you the finished product.
In the last year, I have built 4 channels. 1 failed, 1 got demonetized overnight, 2 are still running, and the one that's actually working didn't work until I figured out one thing.
All right, so that's the 1x1 subtitles inside of Premiere Pro. So I really like this new feature from Premiere Pro. I do like the word-by-word subtitles. However, it feels like one of those like short form type additions rather than long form, which I was really hoping for from Adobe Premiere Pro. So even though this makes the process of one-by-word subtitles much easier, it still has a lot of work that could be added in order to get that final effect that we really need. So if you want to do this really fast and you understand Claude code, I do have a claude.md that will be down in the description. I also have my sound effects starter pack. And if you want to take your editing skills even further and start creating your own YouTube channels to make revenue on autopilot, I have something special for you, and it's called the Editor's Edge, a free guide to take your current editing skills and translate them into a channel that generates you revenue. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you want to keep learning, you can check me out in this video over here, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.